Welcome back to another episode of ECOTtv. Today we meet up with the members of the History Geeks Club on a trip to Motts Military Museum in Groveport, Ohio. I'm Ecot 7th grader Anais Fernandez, and a new episode of ECOTtv starts right now.
Attention, Ecot! Today, the History Geeks are here at Motts Military Museum in Groveport, Ohio. Motts Military Museum has a huge collection of military artifacts, including weapons, military medals, and even tanks. Now let's go talk to other History Geek advisors and students to see what they liked about today's field trip and history in general. Miss Arthurs, what did you like about today's field trip to Motts Military Museum, and what do you like about history in general?
I really like Motts Military Museum because it has unique artifacts from all eras of military history. I like history because it's a living script of how we interact with one another, and we can learn a lot from our history about how to interact with each other today.
Our next History Geek advisor is Mr. Stephen Hodges. Stephen, what do you like about Motts Military Museum, and what do you like about history in general?
You know, Sean, I have never been here. This is my first time, and this place is amazing. There is so much here, you can't even begin to just take in everything. Now, as far as the things that I really like about history, I love the fact that we can learn so much about history and use it in our everyday lives. You know, the things that have happened and how they affect us, things that we just take for granted all the time.
Next, we have 7th grade history geek, Keyanah Peters. Keyanah, what do you like about Motts Military Museum? What do you like about history itself?
I like the uniforms, and I like that we can learn from history so we don't repeat it.
Charles, what do you like about Motts Military Museum? What do you like about history itself?
I think it's really cool that they can document all the things that has happened through war and just history overall.
Now I have 9th grade history geek, Letitia Wenner. Letitia, what do you like about Motts Military Museum, and what do you like about history itself?
I liked Motts Military Museum because you can see all the uniforms, photographs. I like history because it's my favorite subject. I'm going to be in the military after graduation, so I might need to know a lot of this stuff.
My favorite part of this place is the pieces of artillery, armor, and aircraft outside. And if there is one thing I would take home from this place, it would be the Cobra gunship outside.
Next, we have a new history geek to us, Zachary Blackburn of 7th grade. Zachary, what do you like about Motts Military Museum, and what do you like about history itself?
How all this stuff is shown, from the Civil War to all kinds of stuff, to the World War I and World War II and all the weapons.
Thanks to the members of the History Geeks Club for letting us tag along on your trip. For our last question of the week, we asked you, if you were a construction builder, what would you build? We had many responses and have narrowed it down to our top 3. Riley writes, if I was a construction builder, I would build apartments for the homeless. They could either buy them or stay at them temporarily. I would love to help out these people. Our next response comes from Madeline, who says, I would build an ice arena. I love hockey, and the people around me do too. And our final response comes from Ronan, who says, if I were a construction worker, I would build a castle and dig for gold and hopefully find diamonds and build a kingdom. Thank you to everyone for all your responses. Our next question of the week comes from Zachary Blackburn, who wants to know, what's your favorite animal and why? You can respond by messaging us in the ECOTtv message center or on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Vine. The winners of the question of the week will be featured on the next ECOTtv episode and will receive an ECOTtv prize pack. Now let's take a look at some of the upcoming Ecot events. With park testing in full swing and OGT testing coming up in March, we wanted to share a few tips for test taking and preparation. Our first tip for this week is to take advantage of the practice test to prepare. Practice makes perfect, or at least a better score. In our second tip, we show you how to approach short answer and essay questions on the test. First, read the directions carefully. Then make an outline before writing your essay, being sure to address all parts of the question and rephrasing the question in your response. Remember, only give facts, never an opinion, and if you have time left at the end, proofread your work and correct any errors. Each week, we will reveal 2 tips that you can use to prepare for your upcoming test. And if you want to see our complete list of testing tips and find links to other resources, look for the testing tips posted on ECOTtv.com. Good luck! And now, let's look at a promo video for the upcoming College and Career Fair. That's all for this week on ECOTtv. Be sure to visit ECOTtv.com for past episodes and featured stories. If you have an idea for a future episode of ECOTtv or an idea for the question of the week, send us a message in the ECOTtv Message Center. For everyone here at ECOTtv, I'm Anaïs Fernandez. Thanks for watching.